Welcome to Voices of Experience. In the next half hour, we'll explore the job crisis in America and in Minnesota in particular, and see how working America is dealing with this situation. I'm Dan Mikel, President Emeritus of the Minnesota State Retiree Council, AFL-CIO, and I will serve as moderator for today's program. Our guest today is Lynne Bolton, the Field Director for Working America. Lynne, welcome to Voices of Experience.
Thanks. It's very nice to be here.
Okay. Before we actually begin our discussion, Lynne, if you could just tell our viewers what exactly is Working America?
Working America is the community affiliate of the AFL-CIO. As such, we are a powerful voice for working families, whether they have the benefit of a union in their workplace or not. And it gives us a powerful voice to fight for working families on issues like health care, quality education, making sure that we're protecting Social Security and retirement funds, and of course right now making sure that we're restoring our economy by bringing good jobs back.
So you are a policy group.
We are a citizens lobby is what we are.
Very good. And do you have a website?
We certainly do. It's workingamerica.org.
Okay. And if viewers go to that, what will they see?
They will see a wonderful page about Working America, a little bit about the issues that we're fighting for, and some great issues about our Main Street blog, which is bloggers, both field canvassers and Working America members, talking about issues in their communities all across the country.
Okay. And we will be putting that website on the screen from time to time during this next half hour. Okay, jobs. Lynne, does America have a job crisis?
Our members would certainly tell you that we have a job crisis. They're seeing their workloads increase. They're watching their jobs go away, and not coming back. So yeah, definitely.
Is this a national phenomena?
From what we're seeing across the country, yes.
But you are especially tuned into the state of Minnesota and what
yes,
people are telling you at the door.
Absolutely, I'm very tuned into what's happening in Minnesota. We're watching companies leave. We're watching people see their hours cut, and they're not seeing any increases in new businesses. We're not seeing plants reopened. We're not seeing folks hired back. We're seeing folks being on unemployment for longer and longer. And with the loss of jobs, we're seeing an increase in bankruptcies and foreclosures as well.
So that we are indeed in a jobs crisis.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've read in various magazines and newspapers that workers the ones who are working harder than ever. They're having to do more work because there are fewer workers, and so the measurable output, whether it's producing a widget or any other kind of object, or salespeople with a certain amount of sales, or people being served in a service industry, that the workers who are there are having to do more. I've read that. Now, have you found that out to be true as you are door knocking?
Sure. Just recently, I was in Blaine. Spoke with a woman who was very lucky to still have her job. Her department had been cut in half. And not just her, but the rest of her department had all been asked to take on additional workload just to keep things flowing. And so they find themselves working longer hours to get more work done.
So working longer hours to make up for the people who are not there.
Right, and it's not just folks who make an hourly wage. It's also folks who make a salary. Yeah. So you have people working these extra hours without any compensation.
And then it goes in a different pattern for some people. Instead of being employed 1.0 times, employees may be all of a sudden be told you are a 0.8 employee, meaning you are there 8/10 of the time and being paid for 8/10 of the time,
right?
But still doing the same amount of work,
right?
If not more,
right. I've actually spoken with some people who have been told that they're going to be classified as working, 32 hours or 26 hours a week, and then being asked to stay longer. But because they've been classified at a different rate, they're not only losing, wages, they've lost benefits.
Yes, you have to have, according to contracts, you have to have a certain number of hours in order to be considered for full-time health care insurance or a similar type benefit. Okay, I've also read in some magazines and newspapers that wages are either going up a very little or staying flat. And so people are working more, but their wages are not keeping up with cost of living. The increased productivity has not resulted in increased wages. Are you finding this out to be true?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm one of the lucky people. I got a cost of living increase this year. Most people aren't. They're not seeing their cost of living increases simply by working longer hours. They're working harder for less pay. And, I've spoken to people who have actually taken pay cuts just to keep a plant open.
And I know that public employees who are beyond their working years, who are fully retired now, during the next 2 years, their pay raises will be 0% and 0%.
Yes.
Which is a good thing, probably, because it will help to stabilize the pension fund, but it still hurts when you go to the store.
It does, and it hurts not just the people who have the lower pay. It hurts the entire economy, because less money in workers' pockets means less money in stores.
Okay, and we have the whole cycle of money.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The circular flow of money
Right.
we used to talk about. Okay, a new term that is mentioned frequently by people is green jobs. What are green jobs? You have green jobs that will perhaps help grow the economy.
Yeah. So I love the term green jobs. It's a buzzword, right?
Yes.
A lot of people throw it around without a lot of thought about what a green job is. Green jobs are jobs that will, first of all, pay decent wages, right? They help us curb our energy costs, which is pretty nice, makes things a little more sustainable. But they can't be outsourced, and they are sustainable jobs because they're built around a sustainable system. So an example of a green job would be winterizing people's homes so that they're more energy efficient. So we're spending less money to heat, but we're also keeping people employed locally by making sure we're up to those great standards.
Okay, and just being green spreads out to other aspects of our lives. So in talking with people, and you talk about going green, do people ever mention what they are doing in their own lives to go